You thought this was a golf show, didn't you? It's a show on carpentry. No, actually it's not. This, of course, is a claw hammer. There's also a ball peen hammer, you know, the one that has a little ball on the end of it. I want you to think about the claw. We're going to use the idea of the claw to learn maybe one of the most important lessons that you will ever learn in golf. So let's get ready to use the claw. We're talking about the claw in golf. This is the claw. These two, you make an actual claw in your dominant hand. This is so important. This is the lead arm, the lead side. This is the dominant side. Now, if I'm right-handed, of course, this is the dominant side. This is what wants to hit it and wants to hit it, which causes all the problems. This is the lead side. The lead side is the most important part. So how do we get the dominant side out? If I'm left-handed, which I am too, this is the lead side. This is the dominant side, which wants to hit it. So we've got to use the claw this way or right-handed this way. Why? Why use the claw? Because you can actually hit a ball pretty darn good with the claw. We put it on like this. And this is actually how we're going to hit the ball. You see, what happens is you stop using your dominant side. The lead side takes over. And that's what makes an excellent golf swing. So, hit a few shots with the claw, and then I'm going to tell you a story. A wonderful story about maybe the greatest striker of a ball of all times. He just happens not to be a golfer. So let's hit a few balls. Not very good. Why do I do all this? The marathons, the world records, the YouTube channel. It's about the children. I have a children's charity, a 501c3. You can help. Help the Ironman, help the children. Go to the titles below and click more. Thank you. This story is not about a golfer, but about a baseball player. But it's also a great illustration of the principle of the lead side dominating a great swing, whether it's golf or baseball. We're talking about Ted Williams. I think maybe the greatest hitter of all time. Hit 400 3 different times. Of course, one was in a full season, the other two were partial season, because Ted Williams actually lost time 3 full years in World War II, plus he was a fighter pilot in Korea, so missed a lot of time, still had some of the greatest records ever achieved in baseball. Then he retired, and Bob Short, the owner of the Washington Senators, paid him $1 million. Now this is back in 1971 or so. $1 million to manage the Washington Senators. He did that. Most people don't remember, but Ted Williams became Manager of the Year in the American League, and then the Washington Senators moved to Texas. Became the Texas Rangers. I was a sportscaster in Dallas, and we went out to the ballpark. Now that was an old minor league ballpark. They had metal bleachers to expand it to 30,000. Wasn't really a big time arena for someone like Ted Williams, but he tried. Didn't have much of a baseball team, lost 100 games. But I loved baseball, and I was there before the game. They were playing the Minnesota Twins, and I'm standing there at the batting cage watching a young shortstop named Toby Harrah. Toby Harrah was just trying so hard to hit with Ted Williams watching him. Ted Williams is watching him hit, and he's giving him some help here and there. And finally, To my breathtaking surprise, Ted Williams enters the batting cage. And he walks in, he says, "Just give me the blanking bat." Ted Williams was very profane. Stood there like this, and he's telling the pitcher, come on, like this. And he says, "No, watch my hips, watch my lead side, watch my lead side." And come on, he throws it and he goes, pow! Ted Williams was, I believe, 53 years old. He hits a shot that one hops over the right field fence. Just one hops it like a double. And he goes, "So, see, that's how you pull it." And then he says, "Now watch." He says, "We're going to center." Pow! And he hits this arching ball that clears the center field fence. If there had been a designated hitter in those days, Ted could have played till he was 60, I'll bet. And then he goes, "Okay, now we go this way." Boom! Like that. And he goes, "And that's how you blanking do it." And he walks off. But I watched and I realized at that moment, the lead side is what is most important, whether it's in baseball with a great like Ted Williams or in your golf game. Just remember that. So your golf can be absolutely amazing, just like your life.